What's up, everybody? It is me, Mr. Henrik Fan, and welcome back to another video. Today's video is another little bit of a different video than I usually do, and I want to do more of an opinion video for this one. And today, I thought since the season is over, let's go take a look at all the drivers and basically the whole tier list thing. But instead of it being like favorite drivers wise, I'm going to give each driver a grade on how I felt like they've performed this season. So, pretty self-explanatory. Let's go ahead and begin. So, we got A plus through F, and then we also got back markers and also will not include. So, let's just go ahead and get those out of the way. So, there's that, that, and then I'm not going to do Kyle Larson for this one because I don't really think I have enough to judge. So, because he didn't run except for the first 4 races. So, we're going to pretty much do everyone else, though, from this list. So, let's just go ahead and begin from top to bottom. So, we'll start off with, oh, well, you know what? Let's just go and start off with an easy one. Kevin Harvick. There's no other place you could put Kevin Harvick at. Nothing. They're like, I don't care he missed the final 4. He that A plus, absolutely A plus, and there's just nothing I could say anything else about it. All right, next driver, Michael McDowell. So, and I also put up a little bit of research on how they've done this season compared to the competition. Harvick was first place in every single category. So, yeah, definitely A plus for him. Also put a couple more things into consideration, but Michael McDowell, his stats was he only had 4 top 10s, which honestly is not terrible. It's not great, but it's not terrible. Um, I'm torn between two for Michael McDowell, because his teammate, when I get to him, he'll probably be very close to the same spot. Um, for right now, and if I change my mind, I'll let you guys know. But for right now, I'm gonna put him at C plus for Michael McDowell. And oh, here we go. The other person in the whole All-Star race incident, Bubba Wallace, and he had 1 top 5 and 5 top 10s. Again, his best season at RPM, and now he's getting a huge opportunity for 23XI Racing. Very excited to see what he can do for that. But with the stuff included with the stats, he definitely had his best season at Richard Petty, no question. But I think I'm also gonna put him at C plus. Kind of tough to judge him, to be honest, but I think C plus is where I'm gonna put him based off of all around, and I just think that's the most fair spot. All right, next guy up, Chris Buescher, and he had 2 top 5s and 8 top 10s, which is 18th and 19th in each category. Which, it's not bad. It's not great. And honestly, C plus again would be a good spot for Chris Buescher. Alright, next up, Chris Buescher's teammate, Ryan Newman. He only had 2 top 10s this season, which is a huge... Oh, gosh. And I know he had that big wreck, and I'm still so happy he made it out of that, but... I gotta be honest. I gotta say D tier. I'm not gonna give him F, but I can't give him any higher than a D. I'm sorry, Ryan Newman and Newman fans. Really sorry, but I think D is the most fair place I could put him at, because he just has not been that great this year, and that's unfortunate. But now we're off to Alex Bowman, the driver of the 88. Now going to the 48 in 2021. He had 1 win, 6 top 5s, and 15 top 10s. And I'll openly admit, I was wrong about how he did in the playoffs. I thought he was going to, because in the regular season, he really wasn't that great. But he proved me wrong in the playoffs, and I got to give him a lot of credit. He really proved me wrong this playoff. So, and he could have done better in the regular season, but he definitely did better, and he made it out almost to the round of... Nah, actually, I wouldn't say almost, but he was in the round of 8, and that's pretty good. But, I don't know. Statistically, I think you can make an argument between B tier and B plus tier, but I'm going to put a B tier for right now. If I change again, I'll let everyone know, but I think for right now, B tier is the way to go. Alright, Ty Dillon. Man, I honestly am a big fan of Ty Dillon, and I hope he really gets a good ride for 2021, because honestly, I'd love to see him in good equipment again, but he only had 1 top 5, 2 top 10s, and a stage win at the Roval, that was an awesome moment. I absolutely loved that. I gotta say C minus tier. And it's also sad that Jermaine Racing's also closing down. I almost kind of forgot about that for a little bit. And speaking about leaving, Clint Boyer is out of Stuart Haas and going to the Fox booth. Man, I am so excited for that. And his stats this season was 0 wins, 2 top 5s, 12 top 10s, which is 19th for top 5s and 14th highest for top 10s. He had a really good summer stretch, but then after the summer stretch, he just kind of fell off, which is unfortunate. I'm going to give him B minus tier. I think B minus is a good rating for him for that. Alright, Ryan Preece. And at the time I record this, he actually was announced to sign an extension for JTG next year, which is good for him. I like him, but 2 top 10s again. Oh gosh, it pains me to do it, but I think I gotta give him F. I think F tier. It pains me to say because I like Ryan Preece, but I think F tier is just the only fair spot for him, and it sucks. Alright, next guy up, Eric Almirola. He had 6 top 5s, 18 top 10s, no wins. He was 11th in top 5s and 9th highest in top 10s, which I think sounds about right. And I think he had a solid season. Not a great, but not bad. I'm going to also give him B tier. I think B tier for Eric Almirola is good enough for me. Alright, next guy up is Brad Keselowski. Alright. Here's his stats. 4 wins, 13 top 5s, 24 top 10s, which he is second in that category, only behind Kevin Harvick. He is definitely in the A's tier. Honestly, I'm going to go with A tier. I think Brad Keselowski deserves the A tier. No question. Next guy up is Austin Dillon, and I won't lie, his 2019 season was probably the worst season I've ever seen for him ever done, but this year he really improved a lot more with 4 top 5s, 9 top 10s, and a win at Texas, which that was still it was a mixed moment for me because I was really wanting Blaney to win that race, but I am happy for Dylan now. And he also had a really good round of 16, but then again just fell off at the end of the season. I'm gonna. This might be a bit of a mixed move on my end, but I'm gonna put a B minus. I think that it could be a lot better, but it could be a lot worse. So, all right, Cole Custer. Oh man. One win, two top fives, seven top tens. That's 19th for top fives, 20th highest in top tens. Uh, Also a great moment that he got his first win, but other than that, C plus. That's all I can. That's all I can give. C plus. You know what? Um, I'm gonna move Michael McDowell to C tier. Uh, uh, I think Busher, Bubba, and Custer are good at C plus tier though. So now we're gonna go off to Jimmy Johnson, which he had 0 wins, 5 top 5s, and 10 top 10s, which isn't bad. But I'm gonna go with B minus for Jimmy Johnson, and he also ended off on a really good note too with the top 5 at Phoenix. All right, Corey LaJoy. I'm sorry, man. I also really like Corey LaJoy, but one top 10. Yeah, I can't move him higher than that. And then Daniel Suarez. He definitely. I know he hasn't run the best equipment. I kind of feel bad, but I think I do feel bad, but I gotta give him also F tier for unfortunate circumstances, or even maybe the back marker tier, but I think F tier. No, I say back marker's its own level, in my opinion. These four, love pull and all, but premium sucks, so. And then John Hunter Nemechek, I'm also going to give him C tier. I know he's wrecked quite a lot after the summer stretch, but I think C tiers. For his rookie year, I think that's not a bad rating. Alright, next up, Kurt Busch. Very, very, very consistent driver this year. No one really gives a lot of love to Kurt Busch, and honestly, I'm going to give him B plus tier. He's in the top 10 in every category, consistency wise, and he made the round of 8. So I mean, I say B plus is a good rating. Next up, Christopher Bell. R- F in the chat for Levine Family Racing 2. Sad to see that team go. Christopher Bell, though, he's got a bright future, but not really a great rookie season. C plus tier. I was hoping he did a little bit. He did a slightly worse than what another driver did last year in that 95. But we're gonna get to him in a little bit. All right, next up, Joey Logano. Uh, 3 wins, 12 top 5s, 21 top 10s. I'm gonna give him A minus, the A minus tier. All right, next up, Martin Truex Jr. 1 win, 14 top 5s, 23 top 10s. Uh, oh man. All right, we're gonna move him up here. Again, got eliminated around in the round of 8, along with Kurt, Bowman, and Harvick. Almost in the top 5 in each category. Surprisingly, had one win. But I also gotta say A minus tier for Martin Truex Jr. Alright, now to the person who I said did slightly better than Bell in 95, Matt DiBenedetto. 0 wins, 3 top 5s, 12 top 10s. At first I thought that, it's still way better numbers Wood Brothers have than Paul Menard. But, I think B minus tier is also where I'm going to put DiBenedetto for right now. For right now, I say that he's going to be B minus tier. Alright. Next up, Ricky Stenhouse Jr. 0 wins, 3 top 5s, 4 top 10s. And I'm going to put Ricky in the C tier. Almost C plus. Well, actually, yeah, I'm gonna go with C tier for right. I'm gonna go with C tier for Ricky Stenhouse Jr. Almost C plus though, but I say C tier. All right, Eric Jones. 0 wins, 9 top 5s, 13 top 10s. And again, I think that Eric Jones is talent. I know he kind of underperformed in the equipment he had. 9 top 5s, though, is definitely more than the majority of the people here. He's in the ninth highest in that category. I'm going to give him B minus tier. I know that might be a bit of a controversial move, but I think if Eric Jones had a better crew, I think he would have been a potential high B tier, like the B plus. He would have had that type of potential, but unfortunately with the stuff he was given, I say B minus. Alright, Tyler Reddick. By far the best rookie in this class. 0 wins, 3 top 5s, 9 top 10s. He actually might have done better than Austin Dillon did. Or very close. Now, he only had one less top 5. But B minus tier, I think, is a very, very fair rating for that. So we're down to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, Kyle Busch. Again, I'm very surprised with how he did. Only one win. And then he had 14 top 5s and 20 top 10s, which is 4th highest for top 5s and 7th highest in top 10s. So he's still very consistent, but I'm also going to put Kyle Busch in the B plus tier. I feel like that is a good rating for Kyle Busch. This season at least. Usually he'd be A plus, but this season B plus. Alright, William Byron. 1 win, 4 top 5s, 14 top 10s. It's been a mixed season for him too. I don't really want to put him at the same spot, but I say B minus again. I think that's a not bad rating for him. Alright, Matt Kenseth. That's all I need to say. That's all I need to say. There is absolutely nothing else I can say. When you have less top 10s than Kyle Larson did in 32 races, that should say something. I'm sad to see. Oh gosh. Oh man. I don't really want to do it to him, but like, when you don't perform like that, in not championship winning equipment. Let's not go that far, but consistently top 10, top 15 equipment and only get 2 top 10s in 32 races, that's where I kind of have a problem with that a little bit. Like, that's where I stand by the F tier. Alright, next up, Denny Hamlin. 7 wins, 18 top 5s, 21 top 10s. I'm going to go with the 8. I'm not giving him an A+, mainly because he kind of choked in the playoffs, like right after the whole Dega controversy. He kind of just fell off again after that, and then just couldn't really recover. Um, uh, Again, I think he'd be higher than Brad towards the A+, but I don't know. I think A+ is really hard to top to me when it comes down to that. But yeah. Now we're down to 2. Wow, we're already almost done. Ryan Blaney, my favorite driver. And I'm going to give him a non-bias rating. At first, in the first half of the season, he would have been right up there. The second half of the season, he turned right around there. From Pocono to Bristol. But then after Bristol, he only finished outside the top 10 once in the final like 7 races or 7 races. He finished outside the top 10 once, which was Talladega, which it's Talladega, so it makes sense, but I really want to put him in the yeah, I'm going to go with B tier. I'm going to move Alex Bowman to B+, mainly because he's shown up when it was needed. And then I'm going to leave Eric and Blaney in the B tier. And then, yeah, it looks about right. Finally, Chase Elliott, the champion. Almost top 3 in all categories. I gotta say, with the championship he got, statistically on paper, I gotta say A+. However, I would not fully disagree if he was dropped to A tier or even A- tier. But I think with everything on the line, screw it. I'll move Hamlin up to A+, even though I'm not fully agreeing with that, but I can understand where, like, it wouldn't be the most fair if it would be like this, but I think this is gonna be it right here. Harvick, Elliott, Hamlin, A+, Keselowski, A, Logano, Truex, A-, Kurt and Kyle Busch and Bowman in the B+, Almirola and Blaney in the B tier, DiBenedetto, Boyer, Dillon, or Austin Dillon, Jimmy Johnson, Eric Jones, Tyler Reddick, and William Byron in the B- tier. Bubba Wallace, Chris Buescher, Cole Custer, and Christopher Bell in the C+ tier. Ricky Stenhouse Jr., which, again, I could arguably put him in the C+ tier. I would not disagree with that either, but right now I'd say C tier. But I would not disagree it's C+ either. Michael McDowell, John Hunter Nemechek, Ty Dillon, Ryan Newman, and then Priest, LaJoy, Suarez, and Matt Kenseth in the F tier. And again, I'm not gonna say like, oh, they're never gonna succeed, but just this season, I think that this is this is probably the most fair in my opinion, except for maybe if, like, maybe this, or that even. Like, I would not disagree with that either, but I definitely think that, like, everything put in the line for Chase Elliott definitely helps his case for A plus. Because if it wasn't for a couple cases, I don't know where I'd even put him. I mean, that Jackman for Elliott when he made that established move, I would easily put him A plus with Harvick for that. And then uh Hamlin again, like kind of debatable to me, but I think A plus also because it was mainly these two for a while. I think this is the most fair as is performance wise. I really want to put Blaney in the B plus, but I genuinely don't think he did that well enough to go to B plus, and I think B is a very fair spot for Ryan Blaney too. I wouldn't disagree with either one. And then everything else is I think it's all fair to me. I don't know. Let me know what you guys think, and if you disagree with any of these, please be respectful about it, and I'd be open to hearing if you what you disagree with here, because again, this is only just made for fun. All right, I gotta admit this. Um, After a little bit more thinking before I started editing the video, I've thought about it more. I actually am moving Ricky Santos Jr. up to C plus tier. And that's mainly because he performed a lot more than his teammate. And with the people in the C plus group, I think that C plus is a good enough rank with the situation involved. But yeah, I think this is going to be the official list from A plus to also won't include. Because again, I don't really want to include Larson into this because again, I don't really have enough to judge for him. Now, if I did another grading thing about like off season, which honestly I might do, because it'd be interesting to see like a little discussion about that. But I'll probably wait till closer to the season to say that. But yeah. But for this year, I'm not gonna include Larson because what could he have done if he didn't do what he did? Is pretty much how I would view this. So I'm not going to include him for a grade because it's totally different on and off the track. So, but everyone else though is about the same. Back markers, FD, etc., etc. So that will be it for real this time. That will be the official list. So if you again disagree with anything of what I said, just please be respectful about it. That's all I would like. But yeah. But yeah, I think that's about it. So thank you everyone for watching this video. Make sure to leave a big thumbs up. And I'll see you guys next time. Peace.